What's up, Jared? We're here today with a weekly set review of Monday Night Raw. They kicked off the show hot. CM Punk coming out of the car, walking down all the way down the ring, getting on the announcer chef, grabbing the mic, very feisty, angry, telling the crowd, what do we want to talk about? Tell me who you want to talk about. Pat McAfee says The Rock. He goes, all right, final boss, you. He rips on The Rock. He's a bald-headed, no life. It's just sold out to Hollywood. He shows up when he wants to. He doesn't care about the business anymore, pretty much. And then he brings up John Cena. John Cena, he's very pissed off. He said he'll get back to him. Who's sold out. He's been lying all these years to these kids, lying to all these fans. He goes, he's known all along that who John Cena really is. And John Cena's finally shown his real colors. And The Rock and him are working together. Two bald phonies. How about that? He's calling John Cena bald because he's bald and pretty funny. And he calls out Seth Rollins. He goes, Seth Rollins, you're the man I hate the most. The one you have all my attention. He goes, Becky Lynch, you better save your husband before I get to him. Because if I get to him before you get to him, I'm going to beat the holy hell out of him. Seth Rollins' music hits. CM Punk storms over around the ring, running top speed, and then attacks Seth Rollins. It's a huge brawl. They're brawling over the place. Security's trying to break them up. They get back over to by the announcer's desk and everything. They're fighting and brawling. They're beating the holy hell out of each other. They finally break them up. CM Punk's on one side of the announcer's desk. Seth Rollins is on the other side. CM Punk jumps over. They start brawling again. They're beating up each other everywhere. This is going on for like 5 minutes, breaking them up, finally stopping them, fighting again. You're just going back and forth, back and forth. It finally stops when CM Punk leaves through this part of the arena, going through the crowd and everything. And then they go to commercial break. Later in the show, they start fighting again, brawling backstage and everything. And CM Punk's yelling at Pierce, like, give me what I want. I want to face him. I want to beat him up. He goes, all right, you guys are end this next week in a steel cage match at Madison Square Garden. You, Seth Rollins, one-on-one, Madison Square Garden, steel cage. You're going to end it all together, locked up. I can't wait for that match. It's going to be a hell of a match next week. Monday Night Raw is going to be crazy. But what a way to start off Monday Night Raw. Then we had Lila and Valkyria defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Ivy Nile. Match was pretty okay. It's pretty boring. Lila and Valkyria retained the Intercontinental Women's Championship. Then Gunther came out. Otis was in the ring. It was Gunther versus Otis one-on-one. Gunther gets in the ring, cutting a promo about how Otis and Jey Uso are the same level. They're both, they're both pathetic, and they're a joke. He gets in the ring, attacks Otis, beats him up and everything. He's just beating on him. The match is over. Akira Tozawa tries stopping him. Jey Uso's music hits. Jey Uso hits the ring. He spears Gunther, takes out Gunther. But then Austin Theory and Grayson Waller show up trying to stop him because last week they had like a little thing backstage. He super kicks Austin Theory, and then they ended up trying to get back at him. They went to go punch Jey Uso, but they almost punched each other because they were on either side. They ended up running away, and Jey Uso stood tall, holding out the men's World Heavyweight Championship for the first time. I think that's the first time he's actually held it up. Pretty freaking awesome to see Jey Uso holding the World's Championship. Then Ludwig Kaiser came to the ring, talking. Before he even really could talk, Penta's music hits. Penta comes down to the ring. He's chasing him. They start brawling and everything. Throws Ludwig Kaiser out of the ring. Penta hits a couple moves, then jumps off the top rope. Jumps to the ropes, hits a suicide dive, laying them both out. Ends that segment. This is going to set up, I think, a match between Penta and Ludwig Kaiser. Obviously, I know they had a triple threat match, and Ludwig Kaiser stole the win from Penta, so I think this is going to set up a match between them. Then we had Eric and Ivar, the War Raiders, defending the World Tag Titles against American-made Chad Gable's phonies, Julius Creed, and oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on the other one. But I think it's Julius and Austin Creed. No, it's not Austin Creed. Julius Creed. I can't remember the other one. Overall, pretty good match. Really good tag match. I'm using Kurt Angle because it kind of looks like Julius Creed. This match was pretty good. Obviously, War Raiders retained the tag titles. They ended up hitting their finisher. They held one up. He jumps out. Ivar jumped out the top rope, clotheslined up 1, 2, 3. They retained the world tag titles. But overall, this match was pretty good. Also, Chad Gable had a cinematic thing before this. He was walking the streets and he was handed a box. So I'm assuming this box has something to do with the Wyatt Six, and that's not over with Chad Gable and the Wyatt Six, but you never know. It could be like Karrion Kross, because Karrion Kross kind of does creepy things because it was like a destroyed, creepy box. So I guess we'll find out later on a different Monday Night Raw what was inside the box. Then we cut to Finn Balor in the ring, and Braun Breaker was up in the crowd in the promo spot. And Finn Balor's calling out Braun Breaker that he couldn't stand a chance in the ring with Braun Breaker, even though then Braun Breaker's like, I took out all your guys last week and made a joke out of the Judgment Day last week. So Finn Balor's still talking shit about him. Braun Breaker comes down to the ring, goes after Finn Balor, goes to hit him, but Dominic and Finn Balor run. But Braun Breaker's able to take out Carlito. He throws him out of the ring. He goes to chase Dominic and Finn up the ramp when he sees Carlito's getting up, and then he runs around and hits a spear to Carlito, laying him out. I think this is setting up a triple threat at WrestleMania, maybe for the Intercontinental Championship. Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and AJ Styles, because AJ Styles has been starting this feud with Braun Breaker, sending with Finn Balor. I think that'd be a banger of a match. Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania would be awesome. Also, AJ Styles is calling out Logan Paul next week. He's calling him out because he's been talking smack, I guess, about him. Also, Karrion Kross tried hugging AJ Styles from behind. It was kind of weird. I don't know where they're going to go with this, with the Logan Paul and AJ Styles thing. I hope that's not the WrestleMania match, because I'll be so pissed if they waste AJ Styles on freaking Logan Paul. Then it was the main event for the Women's World Championship. Bianca Belair comes down to the ring because whoever wins, Rhea Ripley or Io Sky, she'll be facing at WrestleMania 41. So she's sitting on the ringside. This match was pretty good for a women's match. They put in a hell of a show. At the end, Rhea Ripley ended up getting out of the ring because she was pissed off that Bianca Belair pretty much helped Io Sky get back in the ring. It was going to be a countout. She gets up and Bianca's face pushes her. Bianca pushes her back, which should be a disqualification. Whenever somebody hits the person in the match, it should be a disqualification. Well, Rhea Ripley gets in the ring. She goes to pick up Io Sky from the top rope. She gets pushed off. Io Sky hits her finishing moonsault, and she wins the Women's World Championship. I was not expecting that. I really don't like Io Sky as a champion, so this is kind of dumb to me. But I think this is how it's going to go. Since Rhea Ripley got pushed and everything in the match, it should have been a disqualification. Io Sky got it because Rhea Ripley was distracting everything. I think it's going to be a triple threat. Io Sky defending the Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41, and I think Rhea Ripley's going to win. I think that's where they're going to go with this. It's going to be a triple threat instead of one-on-one match. That's what I just think. I could be wrong, but I think that's where they're going to go with Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, going after the champion Io Sky for the Women's World Championship, and I think Rhea Ripley will probably walk out of WrestleMania, your Women's World Champion. Overall, this Raw was actually pretty good. There wasn't insane amount of stuff, but overall, really quality show. Starting off with a banger, awesome promo from CM Punk. Penta and Ludwig's really starting to build the story. The Jey Uso and Gunther stuff's great. Gunther beating up Otis and stuff. The brawl with CM Punk and Seth. This tag match was pretty good. The Lila Valkyria Intercontinental match was okay. It was pretty mid. And the main event was pretty good. Overall, I'll give the show a solid 3 out of 5. This is JW. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.